What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the next episode of Hitman 2 Silent Assassin. We have now made it up to mission number 15, titled Tunnel Rat.
47 is Diana here. Your assignment is to eliminate Lieutenant Youssef Hussein, commanding officer of an underground base. See the surveillance video for ID. Also, you need to secure the cargo that the Khan tried to hide here and have it transported safely to the surface. A chopper will pick up the cargo. Lots of soldiers on the base and patrolling guards on constant high alert. They will react immediately and swiftly if you are detected. Stealth and surprise is important here, 47. I repeat, access the base, take out the lieutenant, and secure a safe transport of the cargo to the surface.
Sorry. Once you get the hang of it, this mission's not that bad, really. The worst of it is at the very beginning. One obstacle is trying to get a disguise right at the start. Fortunately, though, coming off the last mission, that's not going to be a problem. The problem is getting into the compound. We have to wait till two soldiers walk away from the door that they're guarding, and their pathing is completely randomized, and it will not be the same every single time. You could be standing waiting for a solid 10 minutes, and you still won't get your shot to go in. But that's the worst part of the mission, though. It's mostly downhill from there. Let's just get to it. So we have the Barrett coming off the last mission. This will solve our getting the disguise problem, because that soldier, he is going to be very unlucky as soon as he gets behind this wall. The hunter stalks his prey, waiting for the moment to strike. And unlike the crossbow where you absolutely have to get a headshot in order to kill, this thing's 50 caliber. You could shoot this guy in the pinky and he'll die instantly. So after we take the shot, we can get ourselves a uniform. And we'll work our way over here. We'll go around the long way so that we don't run into those other soldiers. So this is the worst part of the mission. This is annoying, to say the least. So these two guards, they will randomly walk away from that door. We cannot safely walk in until they are both away from the door and not directly looking at it. Our opportune moments to go is when this guy is taking a piss in the corner over there. The other guy is the one who usually goes over towards the helipad. Okay, the moment is now. Go! So the reason we absolutely want to enter the compound this way, despite the trickiness of getting in, is because if you go this way, the guards standing outside the target's office are going to be triggered by proximity, so that once you get down here, the timing and the guards' routines will be the same every single time. There is another way into this compound, but if you go that way, those guards are not going to be triggered by proximity anymore, and their pathing will be random. Not to mention it'll be harder to get around them without them getting too close to you and potentially fucking you over. So here's the target's office. Go ahead and sneak in. Get our fiber wire ready. I looked through the keyhole just to make sure he didn't turn around, because sometimes that can happen. Get right behind him, and the animation, the fiber wire animation likes to fuck out with this particular target, but it doesn't matter. He's dead. We're fine. There's anesthetic on the table. Go ahead and take it so that you've got some more. Always sneak when you're in this office. You do not want to risk any of the guards coming in here, because you have nowhere to really hide except that closet. Now we're just gonna peek through the keyhole and wait for the absolute opportune moment to get out. Now, even though the guard that's standing here is gone, I would not recommend winging it, because the patroller right there might be close by. The best thing to do to be absolutely 100% safe is to wait for the guard at the door to come back, and then wait for the patroller to go to what is our... If the guard at the door is coming and you decided to chance it like I did, go prone in the water. But be very careful when you do that, because if you do it for too long, it'll drain your health because you'll basically start drowning. Be very selective about how you run. But basically we're going to use this little ditch to avoid contact with any soldiers as we work our way to the elevator to get the cargo up to the surface. If you go the way I go, you should not get trouble from any soldiers. Now, as soon as we get in this elevator and send it up, it'll trigger an alarm. You're gonna have to hide behind the cargo box very quickly. We're fine. You can go ahead and get your anesthetic ready, because we've got one last thing to do before the mission's over.
Nice work, 47. Secure the perimeter at ground level in case any soldiers have turned up.
Remember those annoying fucks that we had to wait for? Now we have to get rid of them. I mean, nothing would make me happier than to kill these motherfuckers. But unfortunately we can't, because we already blew that one guy's gut out with the 50 cal at the very beginning. So what we're gonna have to do is, this first guy that comes over to towards the helipad, we're gonna have to subdue him when he takes a piss over there. This can be tricky because your sneaking is so slow. It can be hard to get behind him before his urination animation ends. So here he comes. Okay, never mind. He's not coming yet. He's going that way. Because sometimes he'll go that way. So yeah, we're gonna have to put up with these guards' random pathing again. But it's not as bad as it was earlier, though, because earlier it was infuriating because you were just standing there waiting for an opportune moment that is like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Here, all we gotta do is just... You do have to wait kind of patiently, but the moment will come. I always forget that the other guy will occasionally go over there to do a patrol. So back at the beginning, if he goes over there to do a patrol, then and the other guy's pissing like we want him to, that's totally fine. He will not see you from over there. So yeah, we're just waiting for... Where'd he go? There he is. We're just waiting for him to come take his piss, so that we can subdue him first. This is really tricky, and I'll try to explain how I do it. But first, we just need him to come over here. For fuck's sake, come over here. Thank you. And please be taking a piss, and don't start patrolling the helipad. I think he's taking a piss, so be as far back as you can. So the way to do this, start sneaking as soon as you pass that cross line on the H. Then you can pull out your anesthetic, and you'll have enough time to get behind him before he turns around again. You don't have to give him a full dose. It won't take us that long to knock out the next guy. But I just do anyway because if a blue moon happens on Friday the 13th when all the planets are aligned, it might take us a little bit of time to take out the next guy. But it shouldn't. The next guy's much easier. The only thing that he could potentially do is, if he's standing at the door, he might turn around on you because he's going to take his piss. But that usually happens immediately after he comes back from just walking around over there. Usually, after he takes his piss, he'll go back to the door and stand there for a while, giving us more than enough time to get right behind him. But it can still be kind of intense because this guy has definitely turned around on me more times than I like to remember in the past. But I think I've figured him out enough to where that won't happen. Just don't try to sneak up behind him immediately after he walks off to do a patrol. And that's the mission. So, aside from those two fuckers, this mission's not too bad. After we get out of the target's office, I kind of winged it, but if you want to be, like I said, if you want to be safe, I wouldn't recommend just gunning it like I did. For full disclosure on that part, what you want to do is wait for the guard who stands at the door to walk off to the right, and then the patroller who stops at the door for a couple seconds to walk off to the left. Other than that, I pretty much showed everything important. So yeah, that's that mission taken care of, but all of a sudden this game is starting to give us a little more story to it, so let's see what we got. Those don't look like the Russian soldiers from before. Oh shit, they're stealing the warheads. Oh, shit's getting real, man. Seriously though, this game's story, it's decent for a Hitman game, and it works as a framing device for the levels, but it's admittedly not as good as I remember. So, before we end this, let's see what the agency has to tell us.
47, this is Agency, Diana speaking. Fabulous job you did on your last mission. Everyone is impressed and has been trying extra hard to find information on Vittorio. So far, no luck. But rumors about your comeback are spreading. Your skills are in great demand by our customers.
So, no news on Vittorio's whereabouts?
Well, basically still no news, even though there have been rumors suggesting Eastern Europe.
That's not good enough. He might as well be dead then.
That is statistically very likely.
In that case, cancel my funding to track him down. Deposit my total fee in my usual account and raise it by 50%. Terms non-negotiable.
47, you do understand that insisting on such terms, you will most likely be sent on far more dangerous missions from now on. Some of those are going to be regular suicide missions.
I can handle it. Just put me on my next assignment.
Oh man, we're in for some suicide missions now. Admittedly, the next mission kinda is a suicide mission. It is a total shit show, to say the least. But I'll get to it when I get to it. But, oh yeah, Vittorio, I almost completely forgot about him. But apparently we're not going to be tracking him down anymore. So, that'll do it for this episode. Next, it's time for the suicide mission. But I'll see you when I get to that.